Hey everybody, Colin Breadner here, and we have the Napkin presentation of eXp Realty. As you can imagine, I get a lot of questions about a lot of things about eXp from other agents, and today I'm just going to do a short little presentation on the value of residual income, as well as a little bit about our setup of our company comparative to the traditional models. So all the franchise models, I think it's really important that we cover what has traditionally been the franchise model or the real estate model up to now and up to the introduction of eXp. So over on the left here, usually franchise models, they start off with a big international company. That company then divides up the country into regions. Now the regions go out and they look for franchise owners and sell the concept, sell the company to these franchise owners. And then those franchise owners, they have to come up with a lot of the money. They have to come up with all the overhead. It seems like the franchise owners take most of the risk. And they go out quite often, but not always. They have to find managers for their franchises, or if they just own one, sometimes the franchise owner will also be the broker. Now, what does the manager do, or the franchise owner, if they're going to be the broker owner as well? They got to go out there, they got to find staff, and that staff, as well as them, they got to go out there and find some agents to work for them. So as you can see, this here, this is pretty much the franchise model that a lot of us have worked in previous or are continuing to work in. You know, it was introduced kind of in 1906 with Coldwell Banker, 1913 Royal LePage, 1972 with Remax, 1973 with Century 21, and 1983 with Keller Williams. All very, very, very similar to this. So what really got me excited when I saw this was how eXp Realty and the founder, Glenn Sanford, said, we're going to revolutionize how this is done. So what we're going to do at eXp is we're going to take the agent and we're going to put them at the top. Now, we're going to get rid of all the regions. We're going to get rid of the franchise owner, and we're going to get rid of all these managers. So we cut out a lot of, a lot of this middle stuff here, this managing franchise, and then the international company will be there with staff to support the agent. This is the vision that Glenn Sanford had. So how do we do this? Well, introducing a new model, you have to do several things. And the three things that we're doing here at eXp that others aren't are: one, we've created a disruptive technology called the Cloud Office. That's eXp World. That's the 3D immersive office that we all have meetings in. We collaborate with each other. We get education. We get tech help. Tech help is really, really amazing. This really lets us, even though we don't have offices, lets us create a culture within the company. So the second thing that we're doing is that we're making sure that all of these agents up here are owners in the company, and we're owners in the umbrella company. The shareholder call sign there is EXPI. You can just punch in EXPI in Google, bang, it'll show you what we're being traded at. That is basically the mothership, I guess you could say. And under that, it owns eXp Realty, as well as it owns Virbela, which is the software company that has created the Cloud Office. So when you're an agent at eXp Realty, you're actually owners in eXp Realty and Virbela. And it would not surprise me that we add other companies underneath that umbrella. So the third thing that eXp Realty has done is revenue share. Now, revenue share is amazing, and that's sort of a little bit of what I'm going to focus on here today. If you're looking for more of the stuff of, what's the history of eXp, what are some of the things that we offer, because we're not going to cover what we do to help the agents sell homes, because we have some amazing software for that. I'm just going to cover here today what residual income means and what the revenue share looks like. So basically, anybody have a look at these numbers here: 900,000, 4%, 36,000, 3%. What does this mean? So what we're talking about here is we're talking about retirement. Now, I don't know how many agents that have 900,000 in the bank. I don't know many, or maybe they just haven't told me that, but this is what you have to save for retirement. The 4% is what a lot of financial advisors will tell you that you can take out of your savings to live on each year. So 4% of 900,000 is $36,000 yearly retirement income if you have 900,000 in the bank, and monthly it comes down to $3,000. So that's one way to go about it. So you have two options, really. Option number one is that you can save more money. And you watch TV, you watch all these things, and they say save, save, save. If you've saved up almost $1 million and you're allowed to take 4%, then you're only making $36,000 a year in retirement, leaving you $3,000 a month. It's not a lot. And I know one thing, realtors are lovely human beings. I am one of them. But it is hard to save money. It is. It's hard to save. So the second thing that you can do is you can get on the offense. Now, I grew up, I worked in restaurants for most of my life before I became a real estate agent. I'm a chef by trade. I've managed restaurants, helped run restaurants, helped create restaurants. And one of the things that we always try to instill in our staff was to drive sales, to be salespeople out there. Because when you are driving sales, you can take care of a lot of your problems about just making more money. So you have two options as a real estate agent. You can save more money to retire on, or you can create residual income. And if anybody owns, a secondary business or something like that, they will understand residual income. So having that little bit of income coming in that you're not actually having to work for each day. So here's you, the agent. And like I said, we won't cover it all here, but at eXp, we do have a $16,000 cap that you pay towards. And then once you've paid that on an 80-20 split, then you go to just a low end fee for each deal. But we can cover that more, and I do have other videos covering that if you look up on my YouTube channel or go to thefutureofrealestate.ca, I have a great little video on there. So how we create residual income at eXp is we have the revenue share component of one of the things that eXp offers us. So if we go out there and in our day-to-day business of selling homes, because we're part of all the MLSs and we do sell homes and we do have great tools like KV Core to sell homes, you're out there, you're working hard, you're doing great things, and other agents will naturally be attracted to you. So let's give ourselves a 2-year plan, 3 people a year. You attract to the company for 2 years, you bring on 6 agents. Now, the company, not those agents, but the company will pay you up to $2,800 if each of those you get $2,800 per agent, and that equals $16,800 per year, just for attracting 6 agents. And our plan is over 2 years, 3 agents a year. That will give you $16,800 per year in residual. Well, you've just basically paid for your cap. So at this point, at 6 agents, you're kind of working, you're not paying anything to the company. It's quite amazing. So what I found when agents have joined my team is that everybody has a buddy. Everybody comes from a different company and they come over, and for whatever reason, they bring a friend. Everybody has a buddy. So those 6 agents go out and they get 6 more agents. So like I said, how we do this, we don't pay money to the region, to the international company. So it frees up a lot of money, and we take that money and we give it to the agent. Amazing. So on the second level, these 6 agents have brought one buddy with them when they came over. So how much do you think the company will pay you for these 6 agents? Most people, the usual answer I get is $1,400, half of what they pay for the first level agents that you personally brought in. Well, this is where genius comes in. The company will actually pay you more for your second level agents. They pay $3,200 per agents. If they all cap, if they pay this $16,000, that equals $19,200 per year. Now, the genius that Glenn Sanford is, he came up with this because he said that he's going to make this company, we're going to create this unparalleled company of people helping people, because it's in everybody's financial interest that they help their agents get agents, because you have this huge incentive of $3,200 per agent if they're all capping agents, and they will bring in this amount of residual right here, which is $36,000 per year. So you can see now, having just 12 agents, 12 capping agents, you're making $36,000 per year. It's like having $900,000 in the bank. And I haven't even talked about the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th level. That's right. Revenue share goes down 7 levels. And I can talk about it later at some other point about how you get each of those levels open, creating you a fantastic residual income that you're no longer, when you want to retire, you can retire, but you still keep the same amount of money coming in. So, question you have to ask yourself right now is, does your brokerage offer you an opportunity like this? Now, I'm not saying that you have to go out there and attract agents, because you don't have to do any of this. It's just a nice little bonus that the company, eXp Realty, has an opportunity for you to do this. Now, let's bump it up a little bit. Now, you're looking at this number, $4.5 million, 4%. Excuse me, that would give you $180,000 per year at $15,000 a month. Do you think you could retire when it's time on $15,000 a month? Well, let's have a 3-year plan, and I will help you with your 3-year plan. So on your first level, over 3 years, attract 10 agents. Okay, so let's say, just like the last one, first year we'll attract 3. Second year we'll attract 3, and then by that time you're a rock star at attracting agents, and you attract 4 in your 3rd year. That gives you 10 agents. Now, if they're all capping agents, you're going to make $28,000 a year. Now, this is where the fun kicks in. Now, you're helping these agents attract agents. So if we're working on a principle of 10 and 10, and on your second level, each agent has attracted 10, just like you did. In 3 years, they attract 10, and you're helping them because, boy, look at this. Holy smokes. Do you think you can retire on $348,000 per year that you get from the company, and it's deposited every month on the 22nd. The 22nd is such a brilliant day now. This is incredible. But you're probably saying to me, well, Colin, not every agent is going to cap. So let's look at this. Let's say that this 100 agents, because all of these 10 recruited 10, but let's say these agents aren't superstars like yourself, and they only do a half cap, meaning that they've only paid $8,000 into the company per year. And so that makes it half here. So that gives you basically 180,000 or 15,000 per month. So doing this, 10 agents, then 100 agents. So 110 agents on your team, with the 100 only being half cappers, because we're going to be a little bit realistic. And to mention something, 100 agents, what you're going to find happen is that you're going to have a rock star on your team that's going to bring in 40 agents, and another's going to bring in 30, and then another's going to bring in 20, and another one's going to bring in 10, and then you're going to kind of have 6 that aren't really into recruiting, aren't really doing it, and they're not bringing in any agents, but they never leave the company because of shares. They love the shares because they get the shares for just doing what they do. And we have a wonderful share purchase program at eXp where you buy shares with 5% of your commission for a 20% reduction in cost. And you can get all that in on one of my other videos. I can go through all of that for you. So 15,000 per month. This here, what we're talking, our 3-year plan of 110 agents, is like retiring with 4.5 million in the bank. Now that's simply incredible. Now we haven't even talked about the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th level again, because this will fill in all on its own, and you will get more people on your team without having to do anything. So again, you're left with a choice here. You can go out and you can just keep selling homes. You can stock away $4.5 million and then retire and live on 4% at 180. You can do that. How many people out there have 4.5 in the bank? How many people do you know who have 4.5 in the bank to retire on? Not me. So you can save 4.5, or you can attract 10 agents and help them each attract 10 agents. It's really your choice. Nobody's going to pressure you into it. It's amazing. So, big question is, can we count on you? You want to join this revolution? Here's how. Head over to my website, thefutureofrealestate.ca. There's a nice little video on there going through. It's about 30 minutes long. You can watch it, and tells you everything about eXp. If you have more questions, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you, so reach out. You can email me here, and we can set up a private chat just like this one with you and talk more about it with you, because I love changing people's lives, and that's what we're really, really here to do, is change people's life. Do you think that kind of revenue share would change your life? It would certainly give you a lot more options and a lot more freedom to do what you want to do and work with who you want to work with. Love to hear from you. Please, by all means, reach out. I'm always available. Take care. Have a great day.